Hey guys, how you doing? I know I said I wasn't going to do another video till Tuesday, but I've been getting a lot of feedback on my previous video. People have been asking me, hey, can you do a calibration TV settings for TV, for cable, for Comcast? Like, what's the best TV settings for your cable or your satellite provider or Time Warner, AT&T, what have you out there, okay? Verizon, I don't even know how many providers there are out there right now. There's a big number of providers. DirecTV, right? Merged with AT&T, Comcast, Xfinity that I have right here. So whatever the provider you have out there, whether it's Comcast, Time Warner, DirecTV, AT&T, whatever, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you on this TV KS8000 what are the best for me personally. And remember, this is my own preference calibration. This is not something that I took down from professionals or from all these other outlets, AVS forums, Digital Foundry, Digital Trend. You pick your freaking pick out there. There's so many of these companies out there doing the reviews, and some of them quote unquote professionals, whatever. They're just reading it from the book how to do it. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I'm not here to criticize them. I'm just saying this is my own preference. So before you go out there and start hitting on that freaking keyboard, which I know you like to do because you got nothing else to do with your pathetic life but hit on that fucking keyboard, just remember, this is my own preference. You can pause this video at 1 minute 51 seconds and repeat it as many times as you want. I said this is my own preference, my own customized preference that I have been asked, requested by some of my members and subscribers to show it to you guys, okay? So let's go ahead without any further ado. Okay, this time I'm using MSNBC. And again, it has nothing to do, I'm not biased, I don't care, I'm neither Reb nor Dem nor independent, so it doesn't really matter. I just happened to switch on MSNBC. Could have been Fox, could have been BBC, could have been Sky News. I could care less. I'm just using this as an example, all right? We could go to History Channel if you like. I could care less. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my preference settings. I have this on default. What you're watching right now, this is a default, okay? A default settings. This is basically what you get when you buy a TV, when you get it out of the box and you plug it in. This is exactly what you're going to get. It's a default settings, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my settings and I'm going to go to special viewing mode. First of all, let me show you, this is what you get when you have a default. Default, it's on 20, backlit, brightness 45, contrast 100, sharpness 20. All of these are good. There's nothing wrong with this. When you get this, this is the default. This is something that will apply for the most of the content, more or less, This is the standard that's being used as a calibration mode. So no matter what content you watch, you'll be able to see everything okay. All right? So, but me, I don't like that. I like to squeeze as much as I can out of this TV because I know this TV can do better than what we have here because I have a lot of filters and I have a lot of options here for me to make this picture look a little bit better. So here what we're going to do first. Because this TV and Comcast, it's not 4K capable and it doesn't have our HDR. They will have HDR and 4K in 2017, sometime in 2017, but it's going to be expensive, okay? It's not going to be cheap, all right, by any means. So I'm just letting you know. And oh, here comes Trump in China. China, 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 China. I want to eat some China. I want to drink some China. All right, enough of China. China. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be entertaining 4 years for sure. Let's get back to what I got to do here, okay? Enough of Trump. Let's go ahead and, President-elect Trump, I meant to say. Got to respect our leaders, man, okay? So, Number one, I already showed you the default picture settings. Okay, these are the default: 20, 45, 100, 20, 50. You guys can pause the video and you can, write this down if you like, but you don't have to, because when you buy the TV, it's going to be default like this, so you don't have to worry about it. All right, this is what I like to do. As I mentioned earlier, before I start talking about Trump, I said that because this content, this Comcast box, the X1 Xfinity, it's only 1080p 60, okay? It doesn't do 4K, and it doesn't do HDR, but it does upscale your content to 4K. It has to. TV will do that no matter what. Now, because it doesn't have HDR and it's not a 4K box, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my special viewing mode and apply HDR plus mode. And you ask, well, why would you want to do that? And I'm like, well, why wouldn't I want to do it? And I'm going to show you the difference between HDR plus mode and non-HDR plus mode. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to zoom in like this, and then I'm going to switch back to HDR plus mode in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I switched to the HDR plus mode, and what is the first thing you noticed? You noticed that I get a little bit better contrast. The one I had earlier was hurting my eyes. Was like really, it was really hurting my eyes. The brightness of LED was way too high because there was no filters to cover that. Now, this is on a warm color too, and I'm going to take that warm color to natural. I already have HDR plus, okay? HDR plus, it's on right now. Okay, you see it there in the corner? HDR plus, it's on right now. Let me zoom out like this. HDR plus, it's on right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and click right here to the expert settings. Hold on, what am I doing? Here we go. To the expert settings. And take the backlight a little bit higher to, like, how about 15? Keep it at 15. Brightness, you could leave it at 35. That is fine, because you want, the deep black lines to be very deep. I mean, deep black levels, to be very deep. Contrast, you can leave it at 95, but I'll leave it at 93. I don't want the stuff to be hurting my eyes that much. Sharpness, you can leave it at 0. Dynamic contrast, you can keep it at high. You see what happened when I keep it at high? It's much more cleaner. You see, when I go all the way to the low, you see everything becomes more brighter. Here, let me zoom in. Remember, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm an independent. I'm just trying to help you guys. For those of you who have a TV like I do, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you guys the best possible picture. So take notes, pause it, and write it down. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, let me zoom in on this lady right here, this lovely lady. And then let me go ahead and... Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize. Hold on. Excuse me. Here. Why am I going to broadcasting? I really apologize. Hold on. Okay, so let's rehash this. I'm on the backlit 15. Remember, HDR mode plus, it's on. The HDR plus mode, it's on. So you want to keep it on. Once you do that, make sure the backlit, it's 15. Make sure that the brightness, it's 35. Then contrast 93. Now you're going to ask, why do you keep the contrast down to 93? Because I don't want it to hurt my eyes. Would you like your LED lights to be too bright on your eyes? No, you don't want that. You don't want to damage your eyes. You want to keep it natural. You want to keep it organic, okay? It's kind of like a chef. It's like a cooking channel. You got to prepare the meal perfectly. China. Okay, here we go. China. Sharpness, you keep that to 0. The reason I say keep sharpness to 0, because Xfinity, it's using a scrambled coaxial HDMI HD programming, okay? it's not really true 1080p. It's really a 1080 interlace upscale to 1080p, okay? What you are getting here, it's a scrambled 1080 interlace upscale to 1080p. So it looks kind of scrambled, doesn't look that vivid. Okay, so let's just keep that in check. All right. And you can look this up. You can look this up, all right? Do you know how much it would cost Comcast to have all the channels look crystal clear, high bit rate, 1080p, Blu-ray kind of quality? Come on, man. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm curious about the 4K, how they're going to do that. Are we going to really get the true 4K? We probably will get like 1800p upscale to 4K. I don't think we're going to get the true 4K. But hey, it's better than what we have now, I guess. Whatever. Remember, guys, in order for you to get a true native 4K, your cable bill is going to be up to $800 a month, man. That's going to cost the Xfinity and Comcast and DirecTV a whole lot of money on the bandwidth just to provide a kind of detail quality. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's go back. I'm giving you some useful information here. Let's go back to the expert settings. Remember, HDR plus mode, it's on. Backlit, it's 15. Brightness, 35. Contrast, 93. Sharpness, at 0, because that's how you want to keep it. You don't want that scrambled stuff to show up like a noise effect. So turn that shit all the way down. Color, I keep it at 50. I don't mess with that because you already have HDR, man. You don't need to mess around with that. You put that HDR effect, so it's good. And plus, you have the quantum dot coloring on there that emits these quantum dot LED lights. They're emitting that different ratio of colors. So you already got that. Tint, I never mess with that. I leave that on. Digital clean view, keep that on automatic. Auto motion plus, keep it on automatic. Smart LED, you keep it at high. Dynamic contrast, I keep it at high. And the reason being is, look right here. You see how it's dimming right now? It goes, when I keep it to low, it gets brighter. When I go to high, it gets dimmed out. You see what just happened there? It just dimmed out. And it's a perfect example. Actually, let's go back here. Hold on. Let's go back. I want to show you something. Like right here. Hold on. Okay, right here. I want to show you something. Look, when I go to, yes, you can rewind and fast forward. See, when I go to the off, look at the background right here. You see on this plywood, marble wall that's there, and she's eating this burger or whatever. Okay, Checkers burger. Okay, I'm not advertising Checkers burger, all right? Just so happened to use it as a... And I'm sure she's enjoying that burger because she's a supermodel, and now this is like perfect. I'm getting paid to finally eat a burger instead of a salad. You know what I mean? And I get to drink my China tea. China. All right, so let's go back to... you see, it's right now, it's an off, and it's bright. You guys cannot see it, but I see it. Everything's so bright and washed out here. It is like unnatural and bleak. And look what happens when I go to high. I'm going to switch to high in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And look at the drastic difference. Right here, it's more natural looking, and that's what you want. You want that natural feel and look to it. That's exactly what you want. And I'm getting this out of a lousy scrambled 1080i upscale to 1080p cable. Okay? So remember, the whole purpose of me doing this video, it's because you guys ask for it, you request for it. I'm trying to help you here. I'm not working for Comcast. I'm not working for Samsung. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to give you guys the benefit of a doubt. I'm trying to give you guys a satisfaction. So when you buy this TV, when you get your hard-earned cash money and you buy this TV, and you watch my videos and it helps you, you're gonna say, you know what, man? Thanks. At least I spent my money where it was worth it. And now I get to enjoy even my cable box the way it should be enjoyed. You know, you want to squeeze the best possible picture out of your cable. And that's what I'm trying to do here for you guys. So you see, everything's more natural. Now, if I switch back to a dynamic contrast to low and off, this thing will become much brighter. Right here in the background, everything will become much, much brighter. Again, I'm not here to advertise Checkers. I'm just using it as a reference. Okay, in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And look, keep an eye on the background. You can pause and rewind this video and you'll see the difference right here in the background. Now everything's much brighter and more unnatural. And you know, you don't want that. You don't want that bleeding, dark, vibrant, you know, like studio lights in your face. You don't want that, man. That's going to give you a migraine and a headache. In some cases, you might even vomit because, you know, whatever your eyes emits can have an effect to your sinuses and your headache and your brain. And that's why you have a headache sometimes. All of this stuff, you guys can Google it and you can research it. It's not just me talking out of my ass, okay? Use that Google and research. That's why it's there, for you to research. It's not there for you to listen to some other Momo or Joe Blow to tell you what to think. You should think for yourself. That's why you have your mind. That's why you have your brain. Use it. Think. Question things. If something doesn't feel right, don't take it. All right? You question that. All right. So let's go ahead and let's switch back to a dynamic contrast high. And you'll see the difference again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, dynamic contrast is high, and look, the deep black levels are much natural here. Everything looks more natural, and that's what you want, man. Now let me zoom out. This is being zoomed in. Okay, there you go. By the way, checkers, you need to pay me. You guys owe me money, man. I'm advertising your shit for free. Okay, so there you go. This is why you want the dynamic contrast on it. Okay, let's press play again here. And let's go back to our settings, to where we left off. So let's rehash this. Okay, HDR Plus mode, you put it on. You click that on, make sure the HDR Plus mode, it's on your Comcast or your DirecTV or your Xfinity or... Now, for those of you who live in UK and have a Skybox, you might be able to have a different settings and standards out there, because I heard some of you with a Sky supports 4K programming. I don't know if this is true or not. I haven't done any research in the UK area, but I heard that the Sky does have the option of 4K, and I also heard DirecTV might have some options of 4K. So, but I know you guys don't have HDR. So even for you, you can use this option, even if you're using a Sky box, which is a Sky network box in UK and Ireland. I think so. I think it's only UK, or I don't know. I think it's just UK and Ireland. You can use the Skybox. I think it's called a Skybox. So for all of you Brits out there, you help me out with this, because I'm butchering this. You probably know this better than me because you have a Skybox. So you guys can give me much more information on a Skybox, and does it support the 4K programming or not. So you guys can give me a little bit more information on that. Thank you. For all my mates at the UK and also Australia. So let me go to the settings again. Remember, HDR Plus. And in case you're wondering why am I repeating this, so that way you guys don't have to go back and forth writing it down. I'm trying to help you. So if you don't appreciate me trying to help other people, then don't write the comment down, because I'll just remove it. Because you don't seem to appreciate me helping other people. Okay? I'm here to help people, man. HDR Plus on. That's the first thing you do. You put it on. Then you go to the expert settings. Backlit 15. Brightness 35. Contrast 93. Sharpness 0. Color 50. Tint, you leave that alone. All of the other stuff here. Digital clean view, you keep that on automatic. Auto motion plus, keep that on automatic. Smart LED, keep that at high. And then dynamic contrast, you keep that at high as well. Now here is where I feel I can use a standard. Like here, I don't really need that warm color. It's only good for certain movies, you know, certain content. But for me personally, I'll go with a standard here. It just gives me that much more natural color. And just look how much better the programming looks right now. Let's go, for example, HBO really quick. Okay, HBO. Just for a first split second. The Martian. Here's a perfect example. Here's The Martian. Obviously, I got to turn it down. It looks great here. And remember, I'm using the I'm watching this on Comcast, okay? I'm watching this on a Comcast, and it just looks much better. So the whole purpose here is for you guys to squeeze the best possible picture from your cable provider, you know. Yes, you can go ahead with your standard settings, but hey, why wouldn't you try this? I tell you what, here's the deal. Try this. Try my settings, what I just did. Write it down step by step and try it. And if you don't like it, just go back to your default settings. It's very simple. You just go to reset the pictures. It's right here. It's very simple, guys. If you don't like my settings, you just go right here and you just go to the expert settings. It's right here. And you go here and reset the picture. Where is it? Reset the picture. So it's really simple. If you don't like it, just reset the picture and you're good to go. But you should give it a try. For me, this works because it just looks better. Here, let me give you a different angle, because this is not like a really good angle. Let me give you a better angle of this, all right? It looks more natural, like the deep blacks and everything looks just more natural. And that's what you want from Comcast. That's what you want from the Xfinity, from your DirecTV or your Skybox or what have you, AT&T Uverse, Time Warner. That's what you want from your cable provider or your satellite provider. That's exactly what you want. You want to enjoy the quality of your TV programming. It looks kind of like a Blu-ray, honestly. Right now, this looks like a Blu-ray quality. And even right here, you see, it looks very nice. See right there? This is the beauty of that HDR Plus mode. See, all the deep blacks are like dark. Same thing here. And that's what you want from HDR Plus mode on a cable. All right, so let's go switch back to something else. Let's go switch to a CNN, because I don't know how much of this I can show you. You know what I mean? There you go. All right, so there you have it, guys. You know, I wasn't planning on making this video, but since you guys been asking me about it, I was like, why don't I do it? See if there's anything else I missed. Oh yeah, somebody asked me a question that it might seem stupid to you. I don't want to call the person a stupid, you know, but it might seem stupid to you. Somebody asked me, how do you download apps from the App Store? And look, man, we shouldn't judge anybody here. Some people, they don't know, and it's okay when you don't know something. Don't be afraid to say I don't know something. It's okay if you don't know, but we shouldn't judge other people just because they don't know. We shouldn't downgrade them because they don't know. We should help them and help them understand how it works. They're asking the questions and they want to learn. So we should be respectful to every and each person that asks a question. So I ask of you guys, and if somebody asks questions like this, don't downgrade them. Don't be mean to them. They don't know. They're just simply asking questions. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, this is how you download the application from the Samsung Smart App Store. First you want to do, okay, let's say you get your TV on. All right, right here, you hit the home button right here. I don't know if you can see it. Right here on the circle, you hit the home button. Once you get to the home button, you scroll right with your arrow right here, on the pointing arrow right here on the circle. You scroll to the apps and you click on the apps. You click on this app icon. You click on it. And once you click on it, then if you want to install something, let's say I want to download YouTube. Okay, this is how I download YouTube. I just click on it. And that's it. It's already downloaded. That's all you have to do, honestly. You don't have to do anything else than that. You don't even have to set up anything. The only time you would have to set up some kind of like account to purchase certain things is if you're purchasing something and paying for it. But all these apps are free. So therefore, every app that's free, you can download it. You don't have to register. You don't have to pay. The only ones that you have to pay, the only ones you have to register is the one that you have to pay. It means you have to put your credit card information. You have to pay for them. But all these apps on the Smart Hub, Samsung, they're all free, so you can download them. So that's how you download. Just click on it and you open it. I can go open my YouTube right here, and it's gonna start. Obviously I have to sign in. I haven't signed in. I have to put my username and password and all that nonsense, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But there it is. Let me see if there's some 4K content right here. We can click onto it. It shows you the 4K content right away. There's this GoPro 4th phase official GoPro 4K trailer. We'll click on it and we'll see how fast it starts. And what the hell is this, man? Really? That was like a booty. What the heck is this? Like riding a booty on a bicycle? What the hell is this shit? Best moto girl motorcycle fail. You see, this is what I hate about these clickbait videos. Like if this guy puts a clickbait video, and clearly you're not going to see that girl riding the bike with her G-strings. You're going to see something else. But he puts that picture because he wants to clickbait. He wants people to clickbait on it. And this is 4K. It looks wonderful. It looks beautiful, man. It starts right away. I'm not even using the Ethernet port. I'm using my regular wireless Wi-Fi on it, and it just looks fantastic. It looks great. Let's turn the volume up.
Ultimate Troke is trying to get into this area that we've been looking at for years. We've never really seen anything that look like that before.
Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys here. There.
When we set out on a goal, we push it a lot. I'm just taking it.
All right, so I don't know how much of this I can show it to you. You know what I mean? It's not mine. I don't want to get copyrighted. You know what I mean? Unless I get their consent and they let me do it. Because you have to have a written consent from the this company, GoPro. But there's your apps. Everything looks cool. These are all. There's so many 4K apps and footages for you to watch. This is one of my favorite right here. This is something you have seen in stores. When you go to Best Buy store, when you go to Magnolia, this is something you definitely see out there. And I know this because I hang around a lot with my buddy Lucky. His name is Lucky. That's not his real name. We nickname him Lucky. And he's the head of that department in the Magnolia. I wish that I could film it for you guys. I wish that I can go in there and show you all these different, like Panasonic Viera, LG B65, OLED, Samsung, Sony XBR, 805. I wish that I can show you all of those TV sets. I wish that I can show you the 102-inch or 108-inch Sony TV and 88-inch Samsung, and compare it and show you all of these Dolby Atmos surround sound speakers and all that stuff. But obviously I cannot do that because it's a Best Buy and, you know, it's a conflict of interest, so I cannot do that. But let me show you this really quick. So just the reason I'm letting you just know, I'm familiar with all these TVs. Okay, I've seen them. I have seen Dolby Vision. I have seen, by the way, Dolby Vision looks fantastic. But there's no content right now. The only thing they have is something that they filmed with Vizio. They filmed it and they put it out there with 10,000 nits for you to see it on a TV, on a Dolby Vision TV. I've seen the Dolby Vision TV. It looks fantastic. They showed the demo and like, whoa. I mean, it looks like 3D, like you inside, like it's that good. Now, if you add Dolby Vision with OLED or in QLED, Quantum LED, that's going to be state of the art, you know. But that's not going to be until like 2019, maybe 2020, where we start seeing some Dolby Vision, content rolling out with the QLED and OLED. I think QLED and OLED is going to be neck to neck. They're both going to have Dolby Vision, and they're both going to have this technology of LEDs, QLED and OLED. They're both going to be organic, and that's going to be competition, I believe, throughout coming years. QLED and OLED. And you know what? Call me a prophet, but that's what you're going to see being talked about on Las Vegas, this CES Las Vegas this year in January. 2017, in January, you'll see that being talked about from Samsung and Sony and Panasonic and Vizio and all these other brands. Okay? So let me show you this really quick. This is something that you see on the Best Buy floors, or when you go and see their demos. This is what you see around the world in 4K. This is exactly what you see. I don't mean the Viper, I'm just saying this. Let me skip through this. And this is in 4K, and this is what you're seeing when you go to the Best Buy to see their stuff on the floor. This is exactly what you see. Obviously, I'm recording this in 720p, so you guys will not be able to appreciate the clarity. But there you have it. You get the idea. And remember, when you go to watch these TV sets on the floor and a display, a lot of this stuff is being recorded on a very high-end cameras, 4K red, with a high dynamic range, flawless, state-of-the-art processing cameras. And of course, when you add it to OLED and 4K and HDR, it's going to look fantastic. And you'll say, wow. But it doesn't mean that every content that you're going to be watching on is going to look that good. This is just something to get people, to get the regular Joes and regular Marys excited to buy a TV. It's a pitch sale. That's what it is. So there, the apps are very simple to download. You just click on them, you download them. As long as they're free, you don't have to really do anything. You don't have to register as long as they're free. The only ones you have to register is the ones that you have to pay for. If there's an app, you got to pay for it. Or like a game or something, then you have to register. But the apps are very simple to download. There's a truckload of apps on Samsung Hub, man. There's a shitload of apps. Truckload of apps. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this 33-minute video. Again, I wasn't planning on doing this video, but because I had a lot of requests, that's why I'm doing it. And like I said, hopefully this helps. I do this for you guys because I want you to get the best possible experience out of this TV. I don't work for Samsung. I don't work for Sony. I don't work for Panasonic. I don't work for Vizio, Toshiba, etc., etc. I don't work for neither one of these companies or brands. I'm just doing this as an independent, trying to help you guys get the most out of your TV for the money. So when you go ahead and place an order on this TV, you're gonna be placing that order with a confidence that, hey, I saw this guy, Mr. 4K Upscaler, he really helped me out. He showed me all the tricks and stuff. I can go back to his videos and use them and use his settings and try to make the best possible viewing experience on this TV. So that's what I'm trying to do. All right, guys, so it's been 35 minutes now. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully, The Last Guardian and Dead Rising 4. I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow. We'll see. If I get a time to do it, I'll do it. So, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Take care.